Let's walk through chaining code together based on these functions that we have. So I'm going to start with the top here. So we had talked about before reading in a package. So I'm going to load the tidyverse. Every time I start a new R uh, script, I'm going to run my library commands. So it ran these down here. We already imported a data set, so I'm going to import that same data set here. And we've already looked at the data set. So now I want to chain some codes together. So we can start with the very top, and I'm going to run one piece at a time and show you what it looks like as we go through. So the first part here, this is creating a new data frame called result. This is coming from, so this assignment operator says feed data frame into the result. So this df is your old data frame that we already have over here. It's going to move it over into the result data frame. So once I run this, I have a data frame over here. It has the same dimensions as df, and in fact, it's just a copy of df. If I want to then chain to a next command, I have to use the pipe function here. So I'm going to add the pipe function. What the pipe function does is say, take whatever's happening on the left, continue on with something. So if I were to run this, I'll get an error because it is waiting for me to keep running. Not an error, it's just going to wait. So if I run this, notice down in the console, it has a plus sign. That plus means it's waiting for your next command. So if you're trying to run and you accidentally end up with a pipe function and you look down and you see that there's a plus sign happening, that means it's waiting. You didn't successfully run the code. So ways I get out of it are just type something. So usually I'll just do a bunch of closing parentheses, hit enter. Now it recognizes there's an error because that wasn't meaningful code. Now you can start over. Okay, so I'm chaining this to say do something next. So if I do this part here, first let's look at what it looks like now. So if I look at ROA, notice I have some large negative values, so -4, -1. This says it's going to filter ROA to be only those above 0.5. So filter is not what you're getting rid of, it's what you're keeping. So filter so that only the rows that you have meet this condition. So if I run this, you always examine it afterwards. Look over here. Notice it went from 772 observations to 738 observations. If I open it to look at it and sort, notice my lowest is above 0.05. So I removed a bunch of those low ROA values. All right, so I'm to 738 observations. If I want to chain to another command, I'm going to do this group by company. And actually, a group by company is probably not a good idea because it's all the same. There's only one observation for every company. So if I look in here, one company has one observation, another company has one observation. So let's change this. Let's do by year. And I look over here at the data frame, it says year and it's all caps. It's case sensitive, so group by year here. And there's only 1 year, so it's going to put it all together. But if we had multiple years in there, it would give one for every year. So let's run and see what this does. So I run this. I haven't filtered anything, so it's the same number. I go ahead and open it. It looks exactly the same. So this is to show you if you group, you won't see that it's grouped. It's just something internal to the data frame that's keeping track of the groupings that you have. And so it will tell it that everything that happens after that is going to be grouped. Now I'm going to summarize. So again, I need to chain it to something. And summarize is using a summary function. So here I'm doing the mean of ROA. This is the column I'm doing. I can use mean, standard deviation, minimum, maximum, things like that. I'm creating a new column called mean ROA, and equal is how you define the column. So this is the column name, equal, and then after the equal sign is how you create the column. And na.rm equals true is na is missing values, rm is remove. So remove missing values, yes. And that is to remove the missing values when you calculate the mean. So I'm going to run this. It's going to summarize and come up with the mean ROA. I run this. Notice I have one observation now. That's because there's only 1 year. I open this and I see, oh, it is the mean for 2023 is 0.33. Of course, that's after I got rid of the really low values. Now, if I wanted to sort it descending, I could do the same thing. Of course, that's not really meaningful because there's only one, but that would continue to chain on the steps, and I could sort it that way. So the main thing, and so we'll take that off because it doesn't sort of do anything this time. The main things I want you to be able to see is each step in the tidyverse, the dplyr package. You can run a step, chain it to the next one, run the next step, chain it to the next one. And if you check as you go, then you can make sure that it's doing the things that you hope it'll do. All right, have fun.